Good morning, Downingtown STEM Academy. My name is Evanthia Voutsakis.
And my name is Krishna Amin. Welcome to the first episode of Season 3 of STEM TV Quarantine Edition.
Before we start the episode, we would like to let you know that STEM TV is looking for new segments to air on this season of STEM TV Quarantine Edition. If you have any ideas or talents that you want to share, please click on the link in the description below for more information and submission details.
To kick off the new season, we have Brendan with STEM Weather. As always, he will be giving us an update on the weather for the coming week. Let's hand it over to him now.
Good morning, Downtown STEM Academy. My name is Brendan Schmalenberger, and welcome back to a whole new season of STEM Weather. So we're going to have a whole new lineup of STEM Weather episodes. 2020 is finally over, and now we're continuing on with 2021. So let's go right on ahead into it. But first, let's do a little recap of 2020. The 2020 was the hottest year on record, tied with 2016. According to NASA, 2020 effectively pushed 2016 out of the record-holding position by a very, very small amount. But calculating in the margin of error, it was determined that 2020 and 2016 effectively tied with the exact same temperature mean. This temperature mean was taken from 1951 to 1980, with this year increasing it by 1.84 degrees, which is a huge temperature jump when put into the perspective of how much our temperature has been rising due to climate change over the years. However, that isn't to say that some more independent studies have not been done by other administrations where they might not exactly agree. So, for example, taking into the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA for short, as an example, they ended up concluding that 2020 was second hottest year on record, and 2016 took the first place spot. Of course, unlike NASA, the NOAA actually did not include polar regions into their final study, so that would have made a huge difference between temperature means. They also have a different baseline period where it is from 1901 to 2000, almost a full century and 50-year difference between the two. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get right on into and continue with the first episode of the third season. So coming up for today, Monday, we actually have a high of 34 and a 70% chance of a potential winter storm rolling in, with this 3 to 5 inches expected. So this is being recorded pre-advanced, so don't kill me if I'm wrong if you look outside your window and there's absolutely nothing going on right now. But if there is, you're welcome. Weatherman provided it for you. The wind's coming from the northeast at 16 miles per hour. Then coming up for tonight, we're going to have a high of 32, 57% chance of some more occasional snow showers. However, we are only going to be receiving 1 to 3 inches compared to the 3 to 5. Wind is going to be expected to come from the northeast at around 12 miles per hour, with gusts coming up to almost 20. So it is going to be a windy week. And then tomorrow, we're going to finish it up with a high of 37, getting a little bit higher in temperature. Only a 40% chance of some snow showers with only less than 1 inch, if that to none. The wind is expected to lower it and increase a little bit from 10 to 15 miles per hour coming from the northwest. And then we'll finish off with the week ahead, with Wednesday being the sunniest of the week with a high of 38. Thursday, we're going to see some sunshiny cloud mix, mostly in the morning, and then expected to be cloudy in the afternoon with a high of 42 degrees. Friday going to be the highest of the week, high of 46, and some occasional rain showers, so sadly won't be able to spend it outdoors. Saturday is once again going to be showers. However, in the afternoon it will clear up a little bit, only to be replaced with more clouds. That's going down to a high of 42. And finally on Sunday, although it is a very, very, very low chance of happening, there could be some late snow showers with only less than 1 inch expected, with a high of 40. So that's all I got for you today, Downtown STEM Academy. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of the week, and hope you enjoy the rest of Season 3 of STEM TV and the first episode of STEM Weather Quarantine Edition. See you next time.
Thank you, Brendan, for that weather update. Don't forget to bundle up and stay warm.
Next up, we have STEM Happenings hosted by Aparna. She's back again with another teacher interview. Take it away, Aparna.
Hi, Downingtown STEM Academy, and welcome back to STEM Happenings. This is your host, Aparna Vagvala, and this is the first interview of Season 3. This week, we're going to be checking in with another one of our wonderful teachers. So joining us on the show is Miss Gallina. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So how have you been doing, Mrs. Gallina?
I've been really good. Things are really busy and just trying to keep up with this kind of hectic life and school year and just managing one week at a time. But overall, I think I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. So how is school going for you and your students?
I think pretty well. I kind of went in with this year very hesitant and nervous starting the school year out, especially online. It's something that's very new for me, as I'm sure all teachers and students. This was, not the year that we planned end of last year, beginning of this school year, but I was kind of down in the beginning just to how everything was going to go. And then as the year went on, I was like, you know what, let's just take it one week at a time and get through and just do the best we can. So I'm just trying to be positive. I'm trying again to take it one week at a time and just do the best I can with the situation.
Yeah, I think we're all trying to make the most of what we have. And so I think that STEM students have been doing a great job of kind of getting used to this new situation this
I
year.
think so. Yeah, I think so too. And I think us being very used to working with Schoology and kind of having everything online really helped us out a lot. So, my students have been doing great.
But I do know that some people have still had trouble finding ways to get moving, especially if they're one of the students that's zooming from home and staring at their laptops all day. So, Miss Gallina, what have you been doing to stay active?
Oh man. So in the beginning, when we were officially all online, I found sitting at the computer so tiring all day long. I felt like I was more tired than I was like teaching in front of a classroom. So when we were home, I have a German Shepherd. He's a big 95-pound dog. So I forced myself to go and take him for walks around the block just when I could on break time during lunch, or even just to get outside and throw the ball with him. So that really helped a lot. Just take a couple minute, like 10-minute walk with him just to get out, stretch my legs a little bit. And now every time I work from home or if on Fridays when I'm home, he expects like a walk when I'm home. So he knows. But other than that, I try to exercise as much as I can after school or sometimes in the morning if I can wake up early enough. But I just try to be active. I have two little kids, so they keep me busy. But definitely sitting down all day is in front of a camera is very tiring. So I just try to move when I can.
Yeah, just getting a breath of fresh air for like a few minutes can make you feel a million times better after
Really
staring at your
can.
laptop
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
So, what else have you been doing recently in your free time, Miss Galina? Have you watched any good movies or TV shows lately, or maybe started a new hobby?
Um, well, I do love movies and TV shows. My husband and I have been catching up on shows. I know This Is Us is a big one of our favorite shows. Over quarantine, we watched all of the Marvel movies. So that was from like start to finish. That was really cool. I'd never watched all of them straight through. And when we got to the Avengers movies before, I was a little confused at something. So we ended up going back and like restarting all the movies from start to finish. So that was really great. I actually love like rewatching my favorite shows. I can rewatch Friends as much as I could just watch it over and over. So I ended up watching Friends and Big Bang Theory. I watch Modern Family, Gilmore Girls, and just any shows that I don't know are like my go-to happy shows. I like shows right now that are going to lift me up and make me feel good. So I'm very nervous to venture out and actually try like new shows or new movies. And it's really hard because there's not a lot of like new movies that have come out. I remember Knives Out. That was a movie that came out. It was like the end of last year of 2019, right into 2020. So that was a new movie I watched. But yeah, I just try to watch like feel good movies and movies that make me feel good and, just keep me going.
Yeah, especially when we're all stuck at home
Yes.
watching those feel good movies, it makes you feel like you're experiencing it, even though you
I
can't
know, and
really
there's
go
so much
outside.
craziness going on in the world that I was like, I kind of want to watch a show that or a movie that just makes me laugh and just, and makes me think about like what eventually will happen when things try to get back to normal. So, yeah.
Yeah, and especially watching those old shows again can kind of make you feel like everything's back to normal for that small
I
time
know.
period that you have.
It's So funny because I watch a show and people go into a coffee shop or something and I'm like, oh, they're not wearing masks. And I'm like, oh, wait, this was before that. So they don't have to worry about it.
All right, so moving on to our next question. What is your favorite animal?
Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. So I have a German Shepherd. I love dogs. I ask my husband if we can get another dog all the time, but he always says no. I think he thinks one day I'm just going to show up with like another puppy at the house. I do have two cats, so I do love my cats, and I would rescue. I would have like cats. I would have so many animals. I had a lot of animals growing up. Um, I love horses. Um, I would probably my favorite animal is definitely a dog. My favorite aquatic animal, dolphins are pretty amazing too. So that's a tough one to choose, but I would say dogs would be my top favorite.
I love dogs too. They're just so cute.
They are so cute and they're so happy. And I think they're the one. They're When the pandemic happened and everyone was like really bummed about being locked down, I know dogs were very happy because their owners were home all the time. So like they got a lot of attention. So my dog was really happy that we were home all the time.
All right, so finally, this is the question that I've asked every single teacher so far on the show. What life advice do you have for the students that are watching this interview right now?
Oh, life advice. Oh my goodness. Um, I guess my life advice would be to stay true to yourself, to just try to stick to who you are as a person and believe in yourself, work hard, and just try not to take life too seriously. Life can be pretty tough sometimes, as this year has shown us. And I think if you find out who you really are and you stick to who you really are, that says a lot about you as a person. And just keep working hard and believe in yourself at the end of the day. That's what you have to do.
Thank you so much for that advice, Mrs. Gallina. And that actually brings us to the end of the interview. That's all we have for you today on STEM Happenings. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Okay, thank you so much.
As always, I'll be back soon with another interview, STEM Academy. But until then, have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Aparna, for that wonderful interview. If you would like to have your club featured on a future segment of STEM Happenings, please check out the description below.
Now, we are excited to present a new segment for Season 3. This segment will feature one of our talented STEM musicians, Michael Cattell. This week, Michael will be performing an original composition called Mysticism. Take it away, Michael.
Thank you so much for that awesome performance, Michael. We look forward to seeing more in the coming episodes of STEM TV Quarantine Edition.
As you may know, February is Black History Month, and STEM TV has partnered with STEM BSU to bring you facts about important Black historical figures every week during the month of February.
To start off the month, we would like to salute American action hero Robert Smalls. He was a slave in Beaufort, South Carolina, and worked on a Confederate ship during the Civil War. But for Mission Impossible in 1862, he gathered his family and other slaves to commandeer the ship to freedom by disguising himself and using hand signals to safely steer past all the other Confederate ships. After the war, Smalls rose up in the political ladder and became a 5-term South Carolina congressman.
Before we go, we would like to remind you to join STEM TV to help us create new episodes of STEM TV Quarantine Edition. STEM TV has a wide array of activities you can participate in, including anchoring, hosting segments, editing videos or thumbnails, or helping live stream football games or other events. If any of this sounds interesting to you, please make sure to check out the description below for more details on how to join.
That's all we have for you today, Downingtown STEM Academy. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you again next week with another episode of STEM TV Quarantine Edition.